You see? I see a leg as though that's the chicken leg. This is an egg. This is an egg. What's happening, YouTube? What's going on? It's so my name is Albert. What's going on? So you see this egg? I want to make this video because I'm out in the country in Thailand, like far out. And so these people, they live very differently, man. I'm telling you. They have things that we normally don't eat. And so in the title, I put goatees. The reason why I put goatees is because a lot of people think what he's doing is crazy, but it's not. The reason why it's not crazy is because somewhere in the world, people eat what we don't eat. And so obviously we think that that's but for them it's not, because they grew up that way. And so like my Thai friends, they eat insects that I won't eat because I didn't grow up that way. I can't do it because it's disgusting for me, and for them it's just normal. You see them walking around with a bag of bugs and they're eating the bugs. These people grew up that way, so it's not strange or odd for them. In turn, a lot of the things that we eat so normally, they won't touch. For them, it's not nature, because for them, eating, let's say, raw organs is natural. And so when they see something processed, they won't touch it. They go, ugh, like pizzas for some of these people. They won't do it. If you grew up and chickens were pets for you, you won't eat the chicken. You just can't do it. Like, you can't bring yourself to doing it. And so I'm going to demonstrate something very special that I won't eat. And that this egg is not a normal egg. They can't explain it because they grew up eating this type of egg. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to open up this egg so I can show you the inside. Now, the best that they could explain to me, which they could not really convey because they're not sure, is that this is a premature egg. It's not fully developed. And so it's still in its embryonic state. And so I'm going to open up this egg here. And I'm going to peel it right here. And I'm going to get into the inside of it. And so as you can see, the color is already, you see what's happening inside? Goatees is the only guy that comes to mind because a lot of people are considering him crazy, and he got arrested for eating a squirrel and stuff like that. And although Thai people don't eat squirrels, they eat a type of animal's shit.
Today we're going to talk about how to eat cow's shit.
Seriously, they consider it one of the most healthiest things to eat. Now look, this is the egg, right? Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut it right down the middle. It has no smell. It's not a rotten egg. And so here, when I cut it down, it kind of drips. You can see it, like it's watery. It's watery inside. And so what I'm going to do is crack it open so you can see what's going on here. See what's going on there? See? For the thumbnail. This is an egg. This is an egg. And so inside I'm seeing brown. I'm going to see if I could get really closer to what's going on here. Right there, see that brown area? See it? There it is. I can see it here. So this is probably, if I can take a wild guess between what they're trying to convey, because they could not explain it, this is the embryonic state of an undeveloped egg. Here it is. Here's the body. Here's the body of the egg. This is probably the chicken. That it could be a later stage. I don't know, a later stage or earlier stage. The reason why I'm saying this because I see a leg. You see? I see a leg as though that's the chicken leg. And now, the person who is trying to convey what this is, because they eat it normally, she said, yeah, I grew up eating it with grandma. And so this is like, not in defense of the bad stuff that goatees is known for, like violence against another person and the stuff that he ought to serve justice for. But when it comes to these like natural people that talk a lot of the things that we don't understand, there's a certain element about goatees where he does have experience out in nature, and he does things that we never got around to doing because we never grew up that way. Now, a local that eats this will take this bit, and this will be the delight for him. Now, I won't do it. Luckily, it doesn't smell nasty. But if you take a look at what's going on here, this is an egg. This is what we eat at a later stage, or I don't know, maybe an earlier stage. Some stage development here is what I don't know. My point for me is that there's nothing strange in this world. There's nothing like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing that. There's no such thing as that. Spanish people eat the intestines of the pig and they make it in a certain way, the blood. We do the same thing. A lot of these things are so normal for us that we don't think about it. Like you're eating the freaking blood that is drained from the intestines of a pig and then you're eating it. Totally disgusting for someone that doesn't eat that way. And so this is just education for anyone who, let's say, is particular, thinking what you eat is not disgusting. Yes, it is. To some people, it's disgusting. The things that you put in your mouth that's processed, that's not nature for them at all. And they're wondering, how the hell can you put that processed garbage into your system? And you're like, A lot of things that come our way are inventions that we grew up with. We don't even know what the hell it is, nor even question it, because grandma served it to you and you were a kid. You were eating what she gave you and you didn't have an identification system to say that's that and that's that yet, because when you're 4 or 5 years old and you're eating these things, 6, 7 years old, and the family's eating them and it's on the table, you're not questioning it in that sense. And so anyway, man, I hope this type of video comes in really handy for, people when it comes to the nature topic, because that topic seems to be like really kind of like the in thing, nature, natural, which I say there's absolutely no such thing as natural, because when 100 years ago, the people weren't doing what we're doing now. 200 years ago was different. 300 years ago, and if we talk about the Bronze Age and the Stone Age and these ages where they just did not have access to the things that we have access to, they didn't have the machines that we have access to, then they were closer to nature. Closer. But for those people that are closer to nature, there was a time where someone would look at that and say, that's not nature. So nature is just a fluff word that we toss around, and those people maybe 50 years from now will consider a bag of chips natural. They'll go, yeah, this is nature. This is from nature, the bag of chips. So it'll be justifiable to just say, yeah, chips is 100% natural. And they'll argue, what's wrong with you? Are you stupid? How did this come about? Take a look at the ingredients. They'll argue it. But for someone 200 years ago, they won't even be able to, because their natural is an unpredictable state of the unknowing is the natural. You go out and you hunt. You don't know what you're going to hunt for. So you see something moving and you freaking go for it because there's your target maybe, and it could be whatever. And so you get a rabbit or this or that. There's your food. What are they going to do? Be choosy and go, no, this is not what we want. They're hungry. And so no matter what they catch, but it's not this idea like when they went hunting, it was like, okay, we're going to go shopping. I want this today and I want that, like what we do these days. And so that's something that could be maybe a good nature lesson for anyone who's interested in stuff like this, like me, man. And so anyway, this video comes to a close. I won't eat this thing, man. Some people won't touch it. They can't touch it. They're like, Some people could be grossed out. So anyway, this video comes to a close. And until the next one, gotcha!